Dave here. I'm with Pastor Davis. Pastor Davis, how do you prepare a message?
A message has to be birthed. Initially, a lot of people make the mistake that they think about thoughts that they want to preach on. What I find is I have a step. First of all, I pray. I say, God, what would you have me say to the people today? Second of all, through the Word. What is the Scripture saying? And so through weekly study, numerous Bible studies, numerous commentaries, God begins to breathe into me what would he have for me to say, and as well as, again, to pray. So I believe a message has to be birthed.
How do you know if a message has been successful?
How do I know if a message has been successful? So it's one thing that they taught us in seminary, and that is that our responsibility is to deliver the word. What God does with it is up to him. I had one professor tell me that your best sermon is no better than the worst sermon because it's all God's word. So generally, for me personally, how do I say if I was successful with that sermon? Did I say at the end of the day what God told me to say?
What's your favorite topic to preach on?
Favorite topic, sovereignty of God. I think that life is surrounded, if we don't come to understand that God is in full control of everything, that he is sovereign, that he does exactly what he wants to do, I think we miss it. So for me, at the end of the day, and I had a pastor ask me that one time, he says, when your back is against the wall, you should always preach what's at the core of your heart. And at the core of my heart is that God is in full control.
What's the hardest message to preach?
Forgiveness. And to love your enemies. I believe that all of us at sometimes or another struggle with the aspect of truly giving up the right to get revenge or pay back. I think when Jesus came on the scene and began to teach on forgiveness, it was a life transformation for everybody. And so even today, as you speak on a message of forgiveness, you can, even yourself personally, because we can all think of those people that, wow, do I really want to forgive them? But forgiveness.